Number 10, zombie stars. We find comfort in the absolute laws of thermodynamics. A star burns, its fuel collapses and dies in a blinding supernova. But the universe does not care about our rules. According to spectral analysis published in the Astrophysical Journal, some stars refuse their own autopsies. Known as Type 1ax supernovae, these thermonuclear explosions should completely obliterate their progenitor white dwarfs. Instead, they leave behind an incoherent, scarred remnant, a cosmic undead. These zombie stars continue to burn, functioning as a grotesque mutation of stellar physics. If the fundamental laws of death can be so easily circumvented by a mindless sphere of gas, what makes you think your own biological existence is anything more than a temporary, easily erased glitch? Number 9. Galactic cannibalism. We convince ourselves that the laws of physics are permanent. Gravity, time, and planetary orbits feel like absolute truths. In reality, they are merely temporary, local weather conditions in a chaotic and indifferent cosmos. You look up at the night sky and see a peaceful, rotating spiral. You call the Milky Way your home. This is a biological illusion. Our galaxy is not a sanctuary. It is an active apex predator. According to mapping data from the European Space Agency's Gaia mission, the Milky Way is currently tearing apart and devouring the Sagittarius dwarf galaxy. The beautiful bands of stars you admire are actually the helmy stellar streams, the digested remains of countless consumed civilizations. We are living inside a cosmic slaughterhouse built entirely from the corpses of ancient sterile worlds. And while our galaxy hunts, something else is hunting us. Number 8, rogue black holes. Mainstream science comforts you with the idea that black holes are stationary drains safely anchored at the centers of galaxies. They are not. Millions of them have been violently ejected from their host systems. These abyssal, invisible masses lurk in the dark space between stars, drifting without a trajectory at speeds exceeding 1.5 million miles per hour. To understand how utterly defenseless we are, consider this. If the Earth were a solid, polished bowling ball, our protective atmosphere would be nothing more than a thin mist of breath left on its surface. A single cosmic sneeze could wipe it away instantly. Now imagine a rogue black hole entering our solar system. It emits no light, it offers no warning, it wouldn't even need to hit Earth directly to trigger our annihilation. If a mass that dense passed through our outer solar system at 1.5 million miles per hour, the tidal gravity differential would be catastrophic. The immense gravitational pull would fracture the Earth's crust, ripping our tectonic plates apart before our astronomers even witnessed the microlensing effect bending the background starlight. There is no bunker deep enough, there is no technology advanced enough. Our fragile reality would simply be erased, returning us to the dust from which we mistakenly thought we had evolved. Number 7. Solar superflares. Humanity looks at the sun as a life-giving savior. This is a fatal misunderstanding of stellar physics. Our star is a metastable nuclear reactor, prone to violent, civilization-ending outbursts. A study published in the journal Nature analyzed carbon-14 isotopes in ancient tree rings. The data revealed a horrifying truth from the year 774 AD, known as a Miyake event. This was a solar proton storm, massive enough to dwarf any flare recorded in modern history, estimated to be 10 to 100 times more powerful than the infamous Carrington event. When the next superflare erupts, it will release energy equivalent to billions of megatons of TNT directly into our path. It will not boil the oceans or physically crush your body. It is far more surgical. The electromagnetic pulse will instantaneously fry every satellite, power grid, and microchip on the facing side of the planet. Simultaneously, the radiation will strip away the ozone layer, bathing the surface in lethal ultraviolet light. There is no defense mechanism on Earth capable of stopping this. Your perceived safety is an illusion. Building a digital civilization around this star is like constructing a kingdom of paper inside the combustion chamber of a leaking jet engine. It is only a matter of time before the engine ignites and we are reset to the dark ages in a matter of hours. Number 6. The Boetis Void. If the violently active cosmos terrifies you, the absolute absence of it should freeze your blood. Deep in space lies a spherical region 330 million light-years in diameter. According to the standard cosmological models, a space this vast should contain at least 10,000 galaxies. Instead, astronomers have found a mere 60. This is the Boetis Void, a necrotic, sterile wound in the fabric of the universe. To understand this sheer scale of emptiness, imagine an expanse of water the size of the Pacific Ocean. Now, imagine that entire ocean contains exactly 60 drops of water suspended in an abyss of nothingness. If our Milky Way were located at the center of this void, human astronomers would not have known other galaxies existed until the 1960s. We would have believed we were entirely alone in an endless dark room. The Boetis Void violates the uniform distribution of matter. It is a region of deafening silence, and it forces us to ask a deeply unsettling question. Did this space form naturally, or did something systematically erase thousands of galaxies, leaving behind a sterile graveyard? Number 5. Magnetars. We arrogantly believe that gravity or heat are the ultimate killers in the universe. We are entirely wrong. Electromagnetism is far more catastrophic. When a massive star dies, it sometimes leaves behind a magnetar, a dense neutron star spinning wildly in the dark. To understand its density, consider this. A single teaspoon of magnetar material weighs exactly 1 billion tons. That is the equivalent of taking the entire mass of Mount Everest and crushing it into the size of a sugar cube. But its mass is not the true horror. Its magnetic field is trillions of times stronger than Earth's. If a magnetar were to suddenly appear 1,000 kilometers away, roughly the distance from New York to Chicago, you would not burn and you would not be crushed. You would simply be erased. At that distance, the magnetic force is so violently intense that it would physically rip the electrons out of your atoms. You would experience instant molecular disintegration. Your body, your DNA, and everything you have ever loved would dissolve into a subatomic mist in a fraction of a millisecond. And they are not as far away as you hope. According to data verified by the Astrophysical Journal, a magnetar named SGR 1806-20 erupted in 2004. Even from 50,000 light-years away, the blast was so powerful it physically tore into Earth's upper atmosphere. From halfway across the galaxy, a dead star reached out and touched us. Number 4. Quasars. Humanity split the atom and crowned itself the master of energy. It is a laughable delusion. Quasars are the true cosmic furnaces, powered by supermassive black holes devouring matter at rates that defy comprehension. They do not just consume, they project relativistic jets of radiation spanning millions of light years. If a quasar's jet were to sweep across the Milky Way, it would effortlessly sterilize every planet in its path. It is a catastrophic engine of annihilation, reminding us that we exist solely because the universe's heavy artillery simply hasn't pointed our way yet. Number 3. Gamma ray bursts. We look into the abyssal dark and imagine we have time to see a threat coming. We do not. The universe employs a primordial sniper that offers no warning and leaves no survivors. Gamma ray bursts, or GRBS, are the most violent explosions since the birth of time itself. According to NASA satellite data, a single GRB releases more energy in seconds than our sun will emit in its entire 10 billion year lifespan. But the true horror lies in the biological mathematics of how you will die. A GRB travels across the cosmos at the absolute speed limit of reality. Exactly 299,792,458 meters per second. Human biology is pathetically slow by comparison. It takes your brain 13 milliseconds just to process a visual image. Your nervous system is even worse. The absolute fastest a nerve impulse can travel is a sluggish 120 meters per second. If a GRB is aimed directly at Earth, the lethal dose of radiation hundreds of times the fatal 100 sievert threshold hits our hemisphere instantly. It completely bypasses your senses. The gamma radiation physically unzips the DNA in your neural pathways and vaporizes your cellular structure at the speed of light. The physical architecture of your brain is destroyed faster than the nerve signal can reach your cortex. There is no flash in the sky, there is no time to scream. You are simply erased before you even know you are being hit. Number 2. The Great Attractor. Humanity builds telescopes and radar arrays desperate to map the local threats around us. We obsess over asteroids and rogue planets thinking we can control our fate. But we are entirely blind to the executioner pulling our strings. Right now, the Milky Way, along with hundreds of thousands of neighboring galaxies, is being dragged through space at a staggering 14 million miles per hour. We are caught in an inescapable gravitational riptide, plunging toward an anomaly known as the Great Attractor. According to astrophysical data published in the NRXZ repository, this localized mass is so unfathomably dense that its gravitational pull effortlessly overrides the expansion of the universe itself. It possesses the mass equivalence of tens of thousands of Milky Ways. But here is the paralyzing paradox. We have absolutely no idea what it actually is. The Great Attractor sits perfectly hidden in the zone of avoidance. This is a region of space completely obscured by the thick, impenetrable dust and gas of our own galaxy's disk. Our own home is blinding us to the very thing that is reeling us in. We are trapped on a one-way trip to a cosmic slaughterhouse, and the universe has blindfolded us for the ride. To understand this suffocating helplessness, imagine waking up in a pitch-black factory strapped tightly to a massive industrial conveyor belt. You can hear the mechanical, deafening roar of a colossal shredder waiting somewhere in the dark ahead of you. You are moving closer every second, but the control panel is destroyed, and you cannot even turn your head to see the blades. That is our exact position in the cosmos. There is no technological solution. There is no mathematical escape velocity that human engineering can ever achieve to break this momentum. We are simply dead weight, sliding inevitably toward an abyssal center of gravity we cannot observe, waiting for an end we cannot prevent. Number 1. The dark flow. We take comfort in the borders of our reality. The cosmic horizon, spanning 93 billion light years, is supposed to be the absolute limit of what can ever affect us. But the universe does not respect our boundaries. Astrophysicists studying the motion of massive galaxy clusters have detected something impossible. Hundreds of these colossal structures are all moving in the exact same direction at speeds up to 1,000 kilometers per second. This phenomenon is known as the dark flow. It violently violates the fundamental cosmological principle, which states that matter should be distributed uniformly across the vastness of space. These clusters are not drifting randomly. They are being actively pulled by a gravitational force so enormous that it defies human mathematics. And the source of this pull? It exists entirely outside the observable universe. Something vastly larger than our entire cosmos is reaching across the boundary of our reality, dragging our local galaxy clusters toward an unseen abyss. This forces us to accept a profoundly horrifying truth. Our entire universe, everything we have ever seen, measured, or conceptualized is merely a microscopic, fragile bubble within an unfathomably larger alien structure. The physical laws we study, the quantum mechanics we worship, and the biological limits we are bound by are not absolute truths. They are merely temporary, local weather conditions in a chaotic, indifferent multiverse. Look at your life. Look at the entirety of human history, the empires we have built, and the wars we have fought over a single, insignificant grain of dust. It amounts to absolutely nothing. We stare into the abyss, waiting for a cosmic revelation that will never come. We are not special. We are a statistical anomaly in a cold graveyard. Thank you for watching and sticking till the end. We've got plenty more videos coming in the future. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss them. See you in the next one.